Late tonight, on the border that divides mainland Spain from a tiny corner of Britain, a long queue. Gibraltar and the waters nearby are the source of rising tension between Gibraltar and Britain and Spain. And Spain says it might impose a €50 fine for the crossing. People living here are fed up. The source of the trouble are these huge blocks. Gibraltar says it was creating an artificial reef to protect marine life. Spain says the blocks were simply dumped to stop Spanish boats fishing in these waters.
They must take those blocks away and allow the fishermen to work. All the government is doing is controlling its border against fiscal fraud and smuggling.
Spain has long laid claim to Gibraltar, which stands on the southernmost tip of the Iberian Peninsula. Spain handed the land over to Britain in the Peace Treaty of Utrecht in 1713. In the 1950s, the then Spanish dictator Franco renewed Spain's claim to sovereignty over Gibraltar. He later closed the border for 13 years. But in a referendum in 1967, people in Gibraltar voted overwhelmingly to remain under British sovereignty. Another referendum was held in 2002. This time, 99% of Gibraltarians rejected the prospect of shared sovereignty with Spain. Britain says it will not negotiate over sovereignty as long as Gibraltar's people want to remain British. Gibraltar's government says it will not give in to Spanish threats.
What we've seen this weekend is saber-rattling of the sort that we haven't seen for some time. You see that the things that Mr. Malgallo has said are more reminiscent of this type of statement you'd hear from North Korea.
10,000 people live here in Spain, but work over there on the rock in Gibraltar. And as you can see from these queues late here tonight, the traffic flows both ways. So both communities on either side of this border are left angry and frustrated. A diplomatic dispute between Spain and Gibraltar is nothing new, but this is the worst things have been in recent years. Tom Burridge, BBC News, on the Spanish-Gibraltar border.